What's up, guys? Psycho Reject here again, and with the good old bud Fluffy, we're doing my Prank Kids because why not? I actually like this deck a lot for getting introduced to Lynx. Well, it is a really good introduction to Lynx, but it also can make like a 20-minute long freaking first turn.
Yeah.
But without further ado, let's do the deck. And personally, I think this is the boss monster of the deck because they're all little guys, but he's 1,000, and that's good old Prank Kids Dropsies. And with that, he gets linked or fusion summoned into a Prank Kids monster. You gain 1,000 life points. Pretty awesome. Great for like if you use Insta Fusion last turn and then get him out next. And then his other effect is once he's fusion summoned for a Prank Kid, you can special summon any other Prank Kid in your deck that's not him.
Yeah.
Then next is Fanzy. Drop Prank Kid's Fanzy because he's your Foolish Burial of the deck. You can throw any Prank Kids into the graveyard, which usually is the trap card because I personally don't like the trap card's first effect too much. I don't really go into it that often. But then again, they all have the same effect once you are fusion or link summoned for a Prank Kid monster. They all can make you special summon another card that's not them. And then you got Flamesies. Three of those. 3 of every card because we only have 4 cards here that are Prank Kids. But when he gets fusion or linked, you burn your opponent for 500. Special summon another card that's not him. Good old Roxy's. He's probably him and Flamesies are probably the beefcakes of the 4 because they're both 1,500. And with that, he lets you banish a card from your hand. So if you have an extra card in your hand that can't use the effect, you banish a card to draw a card, which is an okay little draw. Because we don't run Pot of Desires like everyone else because I'm not a big fan of banishing my deck and not being able to get it back.
Yeah.
Then we run 3 King of the Swamps to get that poly or just use him as a fusion material to help set up our plays. And then we have 6 hand traps. You can use 6 of whatever you want, but I have 3 effect failures, and I have 3 Ash Blossoms. Then that's all for the monsters. Because
I think it's like 20, 21 monsters you get.
Yeah, something like that. It's a nice
It's a
little
well-even deck on its monsters and other cards.
All right, and we're technically running 5 field spells because you have your Prank Kids Place and then your 2 Terraforming. Prank Kids Place is a once per turn when it's activated, but when you activate it, you can add a Prank Kids monster to your hand. It's nice. And then if you're fusion summon, if you fusion summon, I do believe you gain 500. Fusion summon a Prank Kids monster, fusion summon, except during the damage step, you can have all monsters you control gain 500. If you link summon a Prank Kids monster, all your opponent's cards lose 500.
Yeah.
Which is a nice little...
Which if you can do both in the same turn while that's out, that's a good amount.
I don't believe you can do both, actually.
Well, if it doesn't...
I don't think it... Oh, yeah, you can do both. Cool.
Yeah.
So, get 1,000 damage on somebody.
Yeah.
If you can get both. Next, we have Prank Kids Pranks. Good redraw, honestly. But you discard a card and you can special summon a fire token, a flame token, but it doesn't count towards your fusion of... I cannot remember that guy's name, but it's the 3,000 Raigeki.
Well, the Butler.
Butler, yeah. Then you have, for your fusions, you have Prank Kids Pandemonium. You can do it on either turn, which is great because you can
I
throw.
think it has to be in the main phase, though.
It does have to be main phase, but it's great to have it because you can just do it on both turns and screw your opponent over. Then you got 3 polys because, like I said, we're going to run as much as we can. Now, this is where I get weird because this is just what I had. 1 invocation. You can fusion summon from your hand. The other effect isn't so great because the simple fact that it's for invoked.
Yeah.
But the first effect's great.
It's like a poly though. It just limits you to the hand. And
then 2 insta-fusions. And then that's for all the fusions and stuff. Now we're getting into the slightly weirder cards, the little trips. We only have 4. We have 2 double summons. We'll just leave it like that. So you can get more prank kids out. It's kind of nice. And then 2 called by the graves. Oh, we're off to the side here. We're slowly working our way to the side. And then we only run 3 traps, and this is the, I can't even remember the wind's name, but our Foolish Burial drop, 3 prank kids place, because first effect's not that great, like I said. I don't personally like it. During the main phase, you can activate this effect immediately after this card's effect resolves. Link summon 1 prank kids monster, link monster. Using prank kids monsters you control as material. Not all that.
So I don't know if that means you only... Like, you have to have the number correct to make the material?
Yeah, you do. It has to be the right amount. Yeah.
See, that's why I never used... Because we did a duel just before this video, and I was going to use that to the link summon, but then I didn't think I could, so I just let go.
Yeah. But the secondary effect is great. It says, banish it from the graveyard, and shuffle every prank kid card back into the deck, and your opponent's card loses that much attack. Yeah. I think I did it on one of my buddies a little while ago, and I had 12 cards in the graveyard. He lost 12,000 attack, and then 1,200, my bad. And then he lost the game there. It's pretty great. It's a nice little salty win. Not as bad as the new burn deck. That's stupid. And I would love to play it just because I'm an asshole, but I wouldn't play it.
The only deck that I got that could probably go up against that is my Odd Eyes.
And then, so now with our extra deck, we run 2 Prank Kid Rocket Rides. Keep doing that, putting it off to the side. And then we run 2 Prank Kids Weather Wash. Both you contribute, all of the Prank Kids fusion link cards you contribute for something. Rocket Ride you contribute to special summon from your grave, and they cannot attack this turn. This card you special summon, and those cards are unaffected by, they can't be destroyed by battle. It has to be on your opponent's turn. You have to tribute this card, then target 2 Prank Kids non-fusion monsters with different names of the graveyard. Special summon them. They cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. And you can only use the effect of him once per turn, yada, yada, yada.
Between those 2, they're a good way to, on your following turn, to link summon into something big.
Okay, and the next one is Prank Kids Battle Butler Rengeki. I'm just reading the second effect that I don't use that often. This card is in your possession and is sent to the graveyard by your opponent's card effect. You can target 1 non-fusion monster in your graveyard, special summon it. You can only use this effect of him once per turn. So he's a Rengeki on legs. If he gets screwed over by a card effect, you get to special summon another card.
Well, can't he pop himself though?
Yeah, you have to tribute all the fusions to. So you tribute him for Rengeki.
Okay.
And then we have 5 links. I thought I had more than that. Oh yeah, because I'm not running 3 on everybody. We have 5 Prank Kids links. With that, you have Prank Kids Bow Wow Bark. And we have 2 of them. And then here's the one where I'm going to be tongue-tied because it's funny. Prank Kids Doo-Doo Doodle Doo. 2 of them. Because he gets you a spell, a trap card, and you can set it, I do believe. Yeah, you can add one Print Kids spell trap card from your deck to your hand, and then you contribute this card to target 2 Print Kids cards with different names in the graveyard, except for links. And that's how the links work: is you can tribute them to special summon other cards that aren't links, which is great because you could just get Butler out like stupidly amounts. Bow Wow, I don't think he has a crazy first effect, honestly. A Print Kids monster that this card points to gains 1,000 during the opponent's turn. Quick effect: you contribute this card, then target 2 Print Kids with the different names, except for links, and add them to your hand. Oh, he's the one that adds it to your hand.
Yeah.
I was thinking that it was the fusion.
Yeah.
And then we have one Print Kids Rip Roarin' Rooster. You could technically bump that up to 2, I guess, but he's a good little beat stick for 4. He's 3,000. He's also a Harpy's Feather Duster. If this card is in your possession and sent to the graveyard by your opponent's card effect, you can target one card in your graveyard except a link monster, add it to your hand. That's his secondary effect. And then that is it for all the Prank Kids stuff in the extra deck. Then we run one Link Karibo, because why not? Security Dragon. He's pretty good because when he's co-linked, he bounces a card back. So if you could get Link Karibo and then him out, just bounce a card back to your opponent's hand. Kind of nice. And then link them 2 off for another card. Like, oh yeah, we don't have Summon Sorcerer. Or Summon Sorceress wasn't in this deck. Then we have...
Well, Summon Sorceress is banned.
Well, it was banned. It is banned. It was in this deck at some point. Borrelord Dragon? Is that Dragon or Sword? Yeah. Borrelord Dragon, yes. Everybody knows his lovely effect. Why does it seem like my... And then Saruja Skuldred. Pretty nice. Really nice, actually. And Borrelord Sword. For those of you that don't want to run the too expensive...
Well, Saruja Skuldred had a reprint, so it's not that bad.
Oh, so you usually reprinted? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but to be honest, it's still kind of pricey.
Yeah.
So if you want to make this budget, just take Borrel's Sword out and Saruja, and then add maybe another copy of one of the Prank Kids cards or something. You know?
We could add another copy of him, kind of nice, or add another copy of Butler because both of them are really good.
Actually, you can add a copy of both of them. To be honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is take these 2 out and add a Butler and a Roaring Rooster. Yeah. And with that is all I got for the Prank Kids deck. Super fun deck, super good. If you're new to links and stuff, which most people aren't, but if you want to show a friend how to play a game with links, really good deck for it.
Especially when, if you like, say that friend is coming back to the game and they haven't played in years.
Yeah.
And you know, this deck is really good for it. And another deck that, I'm just gonna say this, another deck that's good for it, Crusadia as well.
But yeah, if you guys want to see a deck profile on Crusadias, we can do that sometime too.
Yeah, I just gotta get it together.
We usually just do the decks that come to mind, decks we have, and if you guys got a deck idea, we might be able to pull it off. Okay. But like, subscribe. Thanks, guys.